Good morning to all. In previous class, we discussed about the physical properties of metals and physical properties of non-metals, and some exceptions are there, which is important. And today, we discussed about that chemical properties of metals. Chemical properties of metals. Okay, first is that reaction of metals with oxygen. With oxygen. Okay, so general equation I write now, then you can easily understand. That's metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. Okay, metal plus oxygen gives metal oxides. Say you take a example, that is sodium. Sodium is a metal plus oxygen. O2 is a oxygen. Then what is the product is formed? Metal oxide. Metal oxide means Na2O. Okay, Na2O. So to balance it, that's 2. So that is 2, and here 4. Okay, so this is that sodium oxide is formation. Don't write that as it is Na2O2. To by knowing that valency, you just write down that formula of that product. Okay, next one more, take an example. Say for example, you take calcium plus oxygen gives what the product is formed, that is calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. To balance it, you 2 here write down, also 2 calcium, 2 oxygen, 2 calcium, 2 oxygen. So the valency of calcium is 2, oxygen is also 2, then you cancel both are, so that product is calcium oxide, CaO is formation. Okay, this is that one of the chemical properties of metals. So this product is metal oxides. You know, I already told you metal oxides. In what is the nature of metal oxides? What is the nature of metal oxides? I already told you now in the previous chapter that metal oxides are acidic in nature or basic in nature. What is the nature of that metal oxide? That is metal oxides is always in basic in nature. Okay, basic in nature. So see, next is saying that second reaction of metals metal oxide with water. Reaction of metal oxides with water. Say for example, we are taking same example, Na2O Na2O plus reaction with the water, and we are taken add water and a metal oxide. What's the product is formation? The product is formed alkaline, that's basic in nature. What's that? Sodium hydroxide, which is base. Okay, to balance it, you write down here 2. Okay, so now it's balanced, that is sodium hydroxide is formation. Say one more example you take, that is potassium oxide. Potassium oxide. So that potassium oxide reacts with water. What is the product is formation? Potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide. To balance it, you write down again 2. The same way, that's calcium oxide also you take, that's calcium oxide reacts with water, what the product is formed? The formation of product is calcium hydroxide. OH is there, that's why it's that is alkaline, that is basic in nature. That's CaOH hold twice. This is that when metal oxides reacts with water, the product is formation is alkaline. Okay, it means base. Okay, alkaline is present formation. Okay, next one of the most important, which is asked so many times in that examination, that is amphoteric oxides. Amphoteric oxides. Which is important in examination, so many times asked, that is amphoteric oxides means what? So very important, you write down that first definition, that some metal oxides show both acidic as well as basic in nature. Okay, so such metal oxide which react with both acids as well as bases to produce salts and water. Known as amphoteric oxides. Some metal oxides show both acidic as well as basic nature. Okay, so दोनों भी नेचर बताता है. So कब बताता है? When did it shows such metal oxides which reacts with both acids as well as bases? That metal oxides which reacts with both acids as well as bases, यानी दोनों भी जो मेटल ऑक्साइड्स हैं वो एसिड के साथ भी रिएक्ट करेगा, बेसिस के साथ भी रिएक्ट करेगा. व्हाट द प्रोडक्ट इज फॉर्म? सॉल्ट एंड water. So you write down that example, which one only shows that which is reacts with both acids and bases. Which metal oxide shows reacts with both acids and bases? So example is zinc oxide and aluminum oxide. Zinc oxides and aluminum oxides. So this is example important that is asked in this examination. Now we see the reaction. Example is zinc oxide and aluminum oxide. These only the two shows the amphoteric oxides. Now the reaction we write down now. Okay. So what is the reactions? That simple, your general equation is the metal oxide plus acids or bases gives salt plus water. This is the general equations of amphoteric oxide. Now we write down that equations, that is, say, example, zinc oxide. Metal oxide means we are taken here two examples, that is zinc oxide and aluminum oxide. We are taking only these two shows that generally amphoteric oxides. That is metal oxide we are taken zinc oxide, plus acid we have taken H2SO4 or HCl. Whatever you take that, if you take that HCl, you take HCl or H2SO4. Okay. So that what is the product is formed? Salt plus water. You know the formula of that water, H2O, remove it. This is H and this is O, you remove it. What's the product in formation? Salt is zinc and then chlorine. zinc, and then chlorine. The valency of zinc is 2 and then chlorine is 1. Crisscross it, ZnCl2. That is zinc chloride is formation, salt is. Okay. Now again the same metal oxide we are reacts with base. Okay, here we are react with acid and now here we reacts with base, that is NaOH. NaOH. What is the product is formed, which is already learnt in the previous chapter. So that same, that's when metal reacts with base, what is the product is formed, salt plus hydrogen. But here we have taken here metal oxide, same salt plus water. What the product is, sodium zincate. That is sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate plus water. This product name is sodium zincate, which is already learnt in the previous chapter. Okay, this is that one of the example of amphoteric oxides. When they ask in the examination what is amphoteric oxides, give example and write their equations. You write down the definition. After then you write also that example, that is zinc oxide and aluminum oxide, and then you write down the both that reactions of same, that is acids as well as base. You write down that this one also. Okay, both the reactions. As the same way you are taken as aluminum oxides, which is given in your book also, that is. Okay, now we go to that aluminum oxide, Al2O3. Aluminum oxide reacts with HCl. So what's the product is formed, same, that salt and water. So that salt and water, H2O is removed, this is O and H is removed. Now what's the product is formation, salt is, that is AlCl. What is the chlorine valence is 1, aluminum valence is 3, crisscross AlCl3. This is that product, aluminum chloride. Again you show that one more reaction with base, otherwise they are deduct the number. Okay, both the reaction is show that in the same metallic oxides, whether it is a zinc oxide or a aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3 plus, we have taken a example NaOH. The sodium hydroxide is a base, so that's what's the product is formation, that is NaAlO2 plus H2O. This is the salt. This salt name is sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate, which is important. Okay, this is about that amphoteric oxide reactions. Very, very important. You just learn it now. Next, we go to that one of that reasoning question is there. Potassium and then sodium. These are the two metals which is the most reactive metal. So we kept under the kerosene. Okay, these two metals are kept under kerosene oil. The reasoning question, why that potassium and sodium are kept immersed in kerosene oil, kept under the kerosene oil or immersed in a kerosene oil, give reason. Okay, the answer is what, why it's kept under that kerosene oil, because that is sodium and potassium react so vigorously. Vigorously means fastly. So vigorously that they catch fire. They catch fire if kept in the open. If kept in the open, hence to protect from them and to prevent accidental fires. accidental fires, so it's kept under the kerosene. Okay, potassium and sodium are kept under the kerosene oil because potassium and sodium react so vigorously that they catch fire if kept in the open. If we kept in the open, अगर हम बाहर रखेंगे तो अपने आप फायर होने लग जाता है, इट्स कैचेस फायर. And to prevent protect them and then prevent from the accidental fires, so we immerse that potassium and sodium in the kerosene oil, which is that reasoning question. Okay, next, which one is which metal is not react with oxygen at a high temperature also? If they ask, so that is silver and gold do not react with oxygen even at high temperatures. Okay, this is that important. Which metal is not reacts with oxygen, or which and also in water also. Okay, which metal is does not reacts with oxygen and water? That silver and gold. Okay, now we go to that one more point is anodizing. What is an anodizing? Anodizing means it is a process of forming a thick oxide of layer of aluminium. It is a process, a thick oxides of layer of aluminium okay, when exposed to air. When exposed to air, so this is called as anodizing. It is a process which thick oxides layer of aluminium when exposed to air. मतलब एल्यूमिनियम को हम ऐसे ही रख देंगे तो उस ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्ट करके तो वो क्या फॉर्मेशन हो जाएगा, उसके ऊपर एक थिक लेयर ऑक्साइड्स का लेयर फॉर्मेशन हो जाता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए एनोडाइजिंग. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज we go to the topic metal, chemical reactions of that metal with water gives metal oxide plus hydrogen gas, and then this metal oxide, I already shown you that this metal oxide reacts with water. What's the product is formed? That is metal hydroxide, which is already I shown you. Say for example, that most reactive metals generally they it reacts with water. The product is directly formation in a hydroxide. Okay, they say potassium is highly reactive metal. That's water. It reacts. So what is the product is formation? That is potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas plus heat energy. Heat energy releases. It is a exothermic reactions. Okay, so balance it, that 2 and here is 2. As the same way, if you take that example, sodium, these are the two most reactive metal with the water. They form directly hydroxide formations. Okay, next that is calcium. Next we go to the calcium. What happens when calcium reacts with water? So this year they ask in the board examination this year, okay, that potassium, when potassium is reacts with water, it forms potassium hydroxides with the releasing of hydrogen gas with the heat energy. That is exothermic reaction shows. In cold water also it shows same process. In hot water it shows very much fast than the cold water. हीट वाटर से और भी फास्टली रिएक्ट होता है कोल्ड वाटर से भी. सो इन द कोल्ड वाटर दे रिएक्ट एज द सेम वे. इन हॉट वाटर also they react vigorously, very fastly than the cold water, right? And the calcium, we take examples, that is one more, that's calcium is reacts with water. What's the product is from? Same calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Calcium is less violent. That is also exothermic reaction shows, but it has a shows in a less violent. Okay, so important thing, that is calcium starts floating. This point is important because the bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to the surface of the metal, to the surface of the metal. Okay, it helps to float on water. Calcium starts float on hydrogen gas. Why? Because the bubbles of formation of hydrogen gas sticks to the surface of the metal, so it's float on water. Okay, which is important. In board examination ask that calcium reacts with cold water and hot water. What is that? Differentiate that. If it reacts with both cold water as well as hot water, but in cold water less react compared to the hot water, it shows very fast reactions. Okay, with that produce of hydrogen gas. As the same way, magnesium also, but magnesium does not react with cold water. With cold water, very important, which is asked in this year examination. That's magnesium does not react with cold water, it reacts with only hot water. It reacts with only hot water. Okay, it does not, but these are potassium, sodium, calcium, these are reacts with hot water as well as a cold water, but magnesium does not react with cold water, it reacts with only hot water. That is what's the same formula is formation, that's magnesium reacts with water. What's the product is formation? That is magnesium hydroxide. That is also hydrogen gases formation. Same, that is calcium also floating, same as magnesium is also floats. Why? Because same hydrogen, the bubbles of hydrogen gas sticks to the surface of that metal, that is magnesium metal, so that's also float on water, magnesium. Okay, this is that important. And then metals like which is very important, metals like aluminium, iron and zinc do not react with either cold water or hot water. Aluminium, iron and zinc do not react either cold water and hot water. Then reacts with what? It reacts with steam only. It reacts with steam. Okay, same formula, same, that's aluminium plus water, which gives aluminium oxide plus hydrogen gas is the evaluation. So balance it, that's 2 and here is 3. Okay, this is at the same way, which metal does not react with water? That is lead, Pb is a lead, copper, silver and gold, Au, do not react with water. So remember this, which metals do not react with water as, that is lead, copper, silver, gold, and which metal does not react with both cold water and hot water but reacts with steam, that is aluminium, iron and zinc. That's one example is, it's a steam. Okay, this is a steam condition, that is gaseous in state. Okay, so this is that important. These are what I taught today. It's very important, which is asked in the examination. And tomorrow we'll discuss some properties of metals again, and then non-metals, reactivity series, and then how does the metals and non-metals react with each other, and then properties of ionic compounds. Okay, thank you.